Hidden within one of the busiest streets in Scotland lies a historic property, once the country's oldest independent department store. In today's Urbandoned video, we are documenting the Jenner's building situated on Princes Street in Edinburgh. Dating back to 1895, the premises were vacated by new occupant House of Fraser in 2021. Join us as we explore the structure despite alerting everybody to our presence.
Alistair,
what?
Have you heard that 85% of people are not subscribed?
You're joking? They need to hit the subscribe button and press the notification bell to never miss a video. It was arguably the worst time to attempt an infiltration of the notorious building, midday on one of the busiest streets in the UK. However, this was our only chance to capture a structure rich in historical attribute. Jenner's was founded in 1838 by Charles Jenner and Charles Kennington. The store has never left its position on Princes Street. However, its original property was decimated by fire in 1892, hence the construction in 1895 of the 6-storey complex that still stands today. The owners only sold the site in 2005 to House of Fraser for an estimated price of £100 to £200 million. Other department stores alike would lose their original title, but the rich history of Jenner's was too overwhelming, and it kept its proud identity despite new ownership. After walking around the premises acting as casual as possible, we did spot a chink in the well-protected site's armour. Not long afterwards, we were inside. All hell was about to break loose. We've set off a few sensors, but we're inside a big abandoned department store in Scotland.
Head down.
I'm going to keep going now.
Where is it? At that one. We want to see the main attraction at least before anyone turns up.
We just run and find the main bit. That's loud.
Wow. What an amazing building. Seems very stripped, but the architectural details that they're clearly trying to save are quite remarkable. I can say this in this brief second. The alarm's not going off, but I'm sure it'll be back on in a second. I mean, look at the details on the banister, that old woodwork. So cool. Such an old shopping centre. I really hope it can be saved. The gargantuan skylight towering over the atrium was a remarkable sight, even with all the ongoing construction works laid around. Peering in amazement at the ornate features that were being retained, we knew we were going to have to be quick filming the structure. Our heightened feelings might be the reason we forgot to lower our shutter speed, the cause for the lights flashing in our footage.
massively stripped. The alarm did go off, but we've already triggered it again. I mean, it's kind of expected. No police so far, but we're not in the best location really. Didn't know. I imagine there'll be some sort of response fairly soon.
As soon as the alarm stops, just goes straight back on. We'll try and have a brisk walk through the building, see if we can find any other old details before we have to go, but right now it's looking very stripped besides that main atrium.
Stripped escalator. I'll wait for the boys to go down there. But again, they've really tore this place out.
See, the signs are still up. And there's asbestos removal sheets. Another indication that work is clearly going on currently, because these would be taken down if it was finished. See an escalator here. Nothing in this room though. Look at this staircase. Got the branding still up. Carpeted floor too. The sensor there, I'll go around that one, but don't think it really matters. You can see besides the escalators, everything is gone. On the second story now. Wow, the details under here are even nicer than above. In January 2021, it was announced that Jenner's would be closing down, with more than 200 jobs lost. By May, it was said that it would reopen after a 4-year transformation, but this never went ahead, and by June 2022, permission was granted to convert the facility into a 96-bedroom hotel, with only the central atrium and exterior signage retained. Despite this redevelopment ongoing when we visited, although the department store was in a desolate state, the property was nowhere near as abandoned as other places we visit. Nevertheless, it could be the final time to see some of the rare architectural details before they were removed, so we figured it was worth exploring as much as we could with the alarm blaring before leaving. There is good reason for the multiple sensors and alarms all around the building, because they do not want intruders inside. On the 23rd of January 2023, a fire broke out at the rear of the vacant building. A huge emergency service call-out was required, and 5 firefighters were injured, one of which, 38-year-old Barry Martin, was critically affected and tragically passed away 4 days later. Check this out.
some of these ornate details in, which is nice. It's kind of what you would expect from a building like this there. This really reminds me of Debenhams in Manchester. A lot of it was stripped in the same capacity.
Going down the waste route. Cool window there, stained glass. See the woodwork still here. I feel like the ground floor is going to have the most old remaining features left. Just look at the huge arches. Wow. Gazing up at the infamous skylight from the ground floor, we felt as if we could feel the overpowering weight of the building's history upon us, especially with the perfectly timed cut-off of the alarm. Check out all the stained glass. And this old light fixture too.
Look at this bit in here. The chandelier's still in place. It's probably one of the main entrances, perhaps, I can't tell. Judging by the revolving doors in there, I would guess so. I know these windows definitely go out onto the street. Really can't get a break with this alarm. It's a really eerie vibe. The alarm's getting more distant as we head underground. These are all glazed brick. Really old brickwork. It's a shame you can't tell what would have been in here anymore. This decorative element definitely was from when it was open. It's entirely stripped again.
Down here would have been the main entrance to the store, lit up now by construction lighting, which is quite ambient. It goes deeper as well, but look at the woodwork here. It's very reminiscent of Debenhams in Manchester. Perhaps it was our minds playing tricks on us, but around this stage we started to hear noise beneath and above us that we presumed was the sounds of people entering the premises, which meant that it was time to make an escape. They can see where we come as well because of the camera.
Yeah.
Gotta hope God's on our side today.
See, we didn't set that alarm off, did we?
Yeah. No, we would have set the one that's there.
Yeah.
clip.
Yeah.
Yeah. That had to be the
Last video I was seeing you guys make.
Across the road and what? Yeah. I don't know. Bro, it's a pleasure doing business with you.
That is just bread and butter urbex right there.
And quite a scenic place to finish off.
Atop the Scott Monument across the road, we were in the ideal, unexpected hiding place to watch for any immediate response, as well as able to take in the stunning views of Edinburgh surrounding us. Princes Street's iconic retail lane just can't have an abandoned property like the historic Jenner store for too long, so we do expect the restoration efforts to be finished in good time, unlike the delays we tend to see elsewhere for similar sites. Soon enough, a response did arrive, and it was pretty much just what we anticipated. Thanks for joining us on this exploration. Here are some of our photographs captured at the derelict Jenner's department store. If you like the look of them, check out our Instagram page in the description, where we share images of our explores months before they are seen on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We have some truly incredible videos coming up, including the highly requested Duke of Lancaster exploration next. Be on the lookout. See you next time.